Communication training with Stan, Oak, and Connor.
Practice it, and that's step number one. So the person will most likely say something, whether it's a man or a woman, because this works, by the way, whether you're a man trying to pick up a woman, or whether you're a man trying to pick up a man, or a woman and a woman. These steps are always going to be the same. The person will respond by saying something such as, well, hi, I'm Patty, or I'm Pat, we'll just say Pat, worked with everybody. Hi, I'm Pat. You can engage in controlled banter many different ways. To make it easy, we're just going to focus on asking a closed-ended question. So now's your chance to ask one question, and the reason you want to make it a closed-ended one is because it makes it easy for them to respond, therefore engaging with you without feeling nervous or as if they're being put upon or under pressure, because if they associate a feeling of pressure or being put upon with you, that is not good for you. Remember that what we want to do during this process is release phenylephrine in the brain of the other person so that they start feeling like, ooh, I don't know what it is about you, but I like it. From the introduction, that will do it. When you ask someone a simple, closed-ended question that makes it easy for them to engage, that helps as well. It could be something simple. For example, if you're at a professional event, you could say something such as, I'm really enjoying this conference so far. Are you? Now, by the way, that was a specific tag question, and it was intended to get someone to say yes in a positive light. One of the things you'll see many people mistakenly do during the introduction, because we kind of live in a negative society these days, people will say things like, oh, this is such a drag, don't you think? And the other person will be like, yeah, it's total losersville. And they start off on a negative note. Nothing attractive about that at all. But you could walk up to somebody, let's say, that is in your French class, and you see them in the commons, and you might say, are you enjoying the class so far? And they might say, oui, oui, oui. Then you move along to step number 3. Step number 3 is going to be the delivery. Remember that the delivery is all about accomplishing the goal of this communication interaction. Every important communication interaction should have a clear goal. The goal of this interaction is not to get the date. Remember, just like when you send somebody your resume, it's not to get a job, it's to get the interview. And at this point, your purpose is not to get a date, it's to deliver the information. The information that you want to deliver to that other person is your contact information, but you have to be prepared. Many times in my communication courses, I'll talk about what we call props. And props are things, physical things that we may use to facilitate communication. In this case, the prop that you always want to have, especially when you think you might be on the make, so to speak, you want to have with you some personal cards or business cards and a pen. Please have a pen and a card. When you appear to be unprepared, there's nothing attractive about somebody who's needy or who doesn't have it together or who is unprepared. So when someone is answering your simple question, are you enjoying French class so far? Or are you enjoying the conference so far? A simple closed-ended question, are you having a good time? That is when, after they answer, because you want to listen to their answer with intent, and smile and nod your head forward, not to the side, because that makes some people feel like you're saying, oh, you're crazy. So instead you want to nod your head forward, and once they're done, the delivery, step number 3, goes something like this. Well, I wanted to come over and say hello to you, as I mentioned when I saw you here, because I've sat behind you and I've always wanted to talk to you and let you know that my friends and I go out every Thursday night and practice French over at the bar. It's amazing how many French words you can come up with after a couple of beers and chicken wings. And I wanted to invite you along sometime. If you'd like to come along with me, just give me a call and let me know, and I'll be happy to pick you up. Or if it was more business oriented, it might be, but you still wanted a date with this person that you met at a conference, you might say something such as, well, I wanted to come over and give you my card because when the conference is over, I'd love it if we might be able to meet sometime for lunch and discuss how we might be able to do business together. Now, I know that I'm talking about having a business lunch with you rather than saying, well, would you like to go out for dinner sometime? Generally, another person is going to know if you're asking them for lunch or if you're asking them for lunch. And if it's a business event, I want to keep the conversation business-like because or else I will be seen as a cad. And so I'm going to, as I say to the person, well, I wanted to come over and introduce myself to you, or I saw you standing here and I saw a moment that you had available and I thought I would take my chance. Whatever it may be that you're saying, you're taking your pen and you're writing on the back of your card your personal phone number. Because on your business cards, you don't want to put your personal phone number. And you should have, if you do not have business cards on which to write your personal phone number, you should have personal cards. Remember that personal cards, if you don't have them, get them. If you've never seen anybody else who has them, get them. If you would feel uncomfortable, get them. Go out to an Office Depot or an Office Max, buy some business card paper, print them out, just put your name, maybe a picture of you or something personal to remind somebody who you were, and your email. Do not put your home phone on that card. If you do, when you start passing out your home phone number to people that you meet, you will remember this. When I tell you, you will regret that. So instead, you want to write your personal phone number on the back of it, and when you give it to them, you have now accomplished step number 3, which is the delivery. You have delivered your contact information to that person. Do not ask for theirs. Don't do that. That will decrease the odds of you finding love and releasing phenylethylamine. So, as I mentioned now, I've said, "Hi, I'm Dan, what's your name?" "Ah, well, it's nice to meet you, Mary. Are you having a good time at the conference so far?" "Cool. Well, I wanted to stop over and give you my card because I saw that you were standing here, and I thought I would seize the moment to stop by and give you my business card and let you know that once the conference is over, I'd love it if we could have lunch sometime and talk about maybe some networking opportunities." And then when she says now, "Oh yeah, that sounds great," or he says, "Sure, that'd be fun," or "Yeah, I'll give you a call sometime, we'll see each other before class." Step number 4 is about limited time. You're going to, after you've done the first 3 steps, you've handed them the card, you've delivered the information, you're going to say something along the lines of, "Well, again, I'm glad that I came over and met you and I hope to hear from you soon. Enjoy the rest of your night." And you walk away. Whatever your closing line is, remember to practice your opening line and your closing line. That is really more of an exit line at that moment, but your opening line, "Hi, I'm Dan, what's your name?" It might seem simple sitting here watching this video. It's not simple at all, especially when you have to do it. Your closing line, again, not simple at all, to say to somebody something along the lines of, "Well, I wanted to make sure and come over and introduce myself when I saw you, because when I saw you here, I did a double take. It was nice to meet you, I hope to hear from you soon." And you walk away. That's very difficult, but remember, walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Remember that if you are hitting it off with somebody, and they are like, "Oh, I'm so glad you came over and talked to me, yeah, la la la," and they start talking to you, walk away. There's nothing more attractive than those who do not need us at the beginning. Now, we all like to be needed, basic human need. But when we are meeting other people, those who demonstrate, "I am not needy," meaning I'm a whole person as I am. I have places to go, people to see, things to do, all on my own. I'd love it if you could join me or come with me, but I'm going to go do them. That is attractive. So when you meet somebody, you've accomplished the goal, you've delivered the information. If you then say something along the lines of, "Well, it was nice to meet you and I hope to hear from you soon," and you walk away, that's going to again demonstrate that you have things to do, places to go, people to see, not tell somebody. You know, a lot of times you will see other people, again, trying to tell people how smart they are, how popular they are, how many things they do, how busy they are, but they're sitting there telling people all of this instead of doing the things. When you walk away, especially if things are going well, that demonstrates, "I have things to do, goodbye," and that person guaranteed will take the card and look at it and be like, "Wait a minute, they came over, said hello, and then left," even if they weren't interested at the beginning. Especially people who are used to being hit on, so to speak, or have a lot of people come up to them. If you know enough to come up, state your business, and then walk away, they'll be floored. Because step number 5 is